Guys, this is Dilution here, and then this weekend is gonna be pretty it's gonna be a hefty or heavy upload day for this entire weekend, and hopefully we can get everything done by about Monday morning before market opens, so you guys can get to see a lot of those contents. So on one is gonna about what JPal is gonna like really talk about on Friday, and second one is hopefully I'll get the BBIG one pushed out before market open, but there's a lot of work to do, and I'm trying to finish my master's early, so then I have other things to do to sort of like challenge the core so I can graduate early, and also I have other content that I need to make, so then you guys can understand on this entire retail euphoria situation I was talking about. You guys will see all of these videos will come out in chronological order, and you should watch them in chronological order. And the ones on YouTube are a little bit less detailed, but then on Patreon there's gonna be some detailed explanations, and on Patreon I'm gonna sort of put up some videos to explain some of those intricate mechanics in the market, and intricate sort of like what I anticipate you guys gonna ask the questions. I will already put up the videos to explain what are the stuff that you guys will be asking, and if you guys don't really want to ask those questions, I will just explain them and answer them in those videos already. In terms of live, getting on stream live and everything, I heard a lot of other streamers are doing it. I don't understand why. Well, I actually do understand why they're doing this weekend, because last week was a good bull run. But again, retail euphoria, guys. Just be careful with how much money you spend in this market, and just be careful, okay? Right after you watch that J Money some summary video, you will understand what I'm talking about here. All right, let's get into today's content, and this video is gonna be talking about the ticker symbol MMAT. Hey, what up, guys? This is Didi here, and Jimmy isn't around, and Bobby went out with someone. It's a very long story. I'll tell you guys later. So Friday we got a pretty good run on, well, mainly SPRT we got a really good run. MMAT is just if you have holdings, then hey, it's a good time to liquidate, and maybe wait for Monday, right? Wait for Monday. Like, a lot of people are commenting on YouTube. They're commenting on like videos coming out like weeks ago, 2 weeks ago, when the price action was like, we're here, like over here. They're saying we're wrong. But like, before you watch any videos, especially those very timely ones on YouTube on MMAT, just go check your dates, right? Like, for example, on Friday, if you look at the videos from 2 weeks ago, it doesn't make sense, right? So it's just a logic thing. And a lot of you are like, oh my god, you cut loss, like poor you, ha ha ha, funny, right? But in reality, that's 1/3 holding I cut loss. I've already made that 50% like back, right? So it just doesn't matter. It's just a real perception, right? And also for those of you who are like, oh my god, we're just gonna keep buying and hold. Like, if you do your math, right? Even if tomorrow it go up by 100%, like it go up to $8, then it's gonna be over our cost basis. What we're gonna do is, if we have any sold calls or buy puts, we can just cover that and just re-enter the position on top of here, because as we all know, especially if you're in Patreon, you know that the amount of material doesn't really worth $8 if they're trying to go up to $8, and eventually, right? Like, what you have to understand is you have, where's my pen? Here's the thing, right? You have value and you have price, right? At this time, when price is bigger than value, eventually it's gonna converge into value, right? And if value is higher than price, then eventually it's gonna converge equals to together. This is just time. Time is the variable here, right? And if you look at like how much money is pouring into market, and if you look at how much people are shorting on the day before, you will realize that the short volume was significantly lower on last Thursday, which is right here. And then what's gonna happen when you have a lesser, a mitigated short volume on Friday morning, and everybody is just waiting for Powell to say something? Powell didn't really say anything until the end of the Jackson Hole meeting, right? For those of you who just want a quick summary of what he's talked about, and like a simple paraphrase and a simple analysis on what he talked about, you guys can check out our J Powell video that we just posted. And then, and it's just simple, right? Like if you don't have enough shorts in the market, then if you just have a lot of buying volume, then it's just gonna cost for butter, right? And guess what happens? Later on, people realize that, hey, we might be overextending a little bit more and your price just got squashed down, right? A lot of people buying at 4.2, a lot of people buying at $4. Good for those of you who buy a bunch of $4 calls on that day, but just be careful on Monday, right? When people realize that all of the small cap bump up, again, data shows that most of the small cap bump ups, every single time it's a pump and dump scheme, okay? And if you're really looking for a 100% increase tomorrow, just be careful, right? Me and number two are like, yeah, sure, why not? If it go up by 100% tomorrow, we just liquidate all of our. I would just go talk to Jimmy. I would talk to Bobby. I'll be like, hey guys, let's just liquidate all of our positions and just buy some other options and play alongside with that. Because all three of us agree that, hey, like in the next 3 months, the stocks is not gonna worth $8, even not $6. Like in terms of like the true value, right? If the retail flow decides to push up there, then we can make plays according to that. Like we are already like transcended our entire trading level, not from, hey, what price action tomorrow is gonna happen. We already know what's gonna happen. Like when market open, we already know what's gonna happen. And when this happens, we do this. When this happens, we do that, right? Nobody can 100% predict what's gonna happen in the market. But when you're inside the market already, you can base upon but depending on how many scenarios you already lay out, it's like playing chess. If something happens, then you just do things accordingly, and we hedge our positions, right? Enough about price action. I think what we are gonna talk about something serious here, okay? This is something serious. So on last week, sometimes Metamaterial filed a amended S3. So if you read this document, and if you read here, right, explanatory note, it says Metamaterial Inc., a Nevada company, which is basically Torch. Torch is incorporated in Nevada, okay? Form S3 filed with Security SEC, right, on May 28th, 2021. So what does this amendment do is this amendment amends the S3 that Torch filed on, May 28th. With this state, Torch did a at the market. They increased their at market offering all the way up to $250 million. This is dollar mark. And if you do the math, they basically added another $150 million worth of offering. So this will translate to 50 million shares. Okay? But if you go back to what we have right now, oh my, I have to stress you guys, this is shares, this is not money. This is not up to $190 million. This is up to 190 million shares. Okay, so if you do the standard dilution math, it's 190 million shares times, let's just say $4 per share, 7. It's gonna dilute you by this much. This is almost $1 billion. It's $0.76 billion. This is standard dilution if they decided to issue that much shares on the market right now. Okay, this is not $190 million. This is 190 million shares. And if those of you guys still want an update on the $100 million goose cunt or goose chase, this already ruled this absolute obsolete. Because what they're saying is, hey, we can issue up to 190 million shares. And then this $100 million is $100 million only accounted for, let's just say, divided by 3. If you just do on a $4 basis, then it's only 25 million shares. So no matter where they park that 100 million, it's already accounted for with this amended S3. And again, market is acting really slow right now. And with this entire retail euphoria and small cap euphoria happened on Friday, nobody is really focusing on these documents. If you really want people to react to this, this is literally half dilution you're looking at here. And you guys are like, oh no, this is just, so then, they can go from MMAT to MMAT. On Patreon, I'm going to post a video for the part 3 George video. You guys want to know, using this, they can hide a lot of liquidity. They can hide a lot of money too. And there's some very interesting stuff they can do with this, but I doubt they know that they can do it. Or maybe they do. If they do, then they're super, super smart. And they can basically utilize shareholders' money and and you know, fuck a lot of shareholders over. But hey, again, like one third of my position is already liquidated, so it doesn't really matter, right? I mean, Jimmy is gonna buy and hold to the end, and Bobby's just gonna play options. So if you guys want, you know, option play videos on whenever there's gonna be videos featuring Bobby, go watch that. If you guys want pump, like just pump you guys up, hype you guys up, go watch feature Jimmy. If you guys just want a rational understanding of how the stock is really gonna go, then just watch the, you know, the regular DD content, right? So I'm just saying, this is actually bad. This is actually pretty bad. And for those of you who are like, yeah, let's just trust George and go on StockWits and look at his answer. Again, this is shares. This is not money. I can explain first. I don't know how to make it simpler for you guys to understand. But this is just more dilution in the future. And if you guys haven't you know, a lot of retails haven't caught up onto this. When they started caught up on this, there's gonna be a significant price drop in the stock. I mean, again, Friday's price action, there's no real PR supporting it. There's no fundamental increase. There's fundamental increase. There's no real partnership going on. Again, another pump and dump, you know, period of time. And you know, if you caught up on the pump and dump, if you have, you know, $3 shares, you pump and dump, you make you know, make 30%. That's great. But hey, if you guys haven't caught up on that train, maybe just think about, is it really rational to FOMO this again, right? We're not saying, okay, Monday is gonna drop. We're just saying if Monday go up by 13%, we can act accordingly. If Monday drops, then all of the plays we already structured, or we already structured on Friday, then all of those are gonna make at least 20 to 30% profit, right? All right, see you guys on the upside. Hopefully you guys understand what I'm trying to say here. If you have any question, comment down below on, you know, if you want a detailed sort of content on, you know, what they can do with this amended S3, go keep tuned in Patreon. The Patreon link is below. All right, see you guys on the upside.